Hello, Michael David Riggs. I was saddened this week to find out that Dickey Betts, Richard Betts, passed away. My favorite guitarist. When I was a teenager, probably either a late sophomore or junior in high school, I became a huge fan of the Allman Brothers Band and of Southern rock and roll in general. And Richard Betts was probably the main reason I loved his guitar playing when I first started listening to the Allman Brothers Band. When I did, Dwayne Allman had already had his accident. He was not a part of the band, though I heard some of his music. Liked him as a slide guitar player. Thought he was incredible. But Richard Betts and his bright, melodic, and sometimes mellow sound, not so much the minor sound, even though those parts of the Allman Brothers music was listenable and enjoyable to me. But the melodic, bright part of the Allman Brothers sound that was provided for the most part by Richard Betts just drew me into their music. And as a young, aspiring guitar player, I memorized quickly, not quickly, with great effort, but I stepped into memorizing Jessica, a 7-minute, 34-second album version, Blue Sky, and Ramblin' Man. I memorized those songs. I loved them. Loved the guitar parts. And my friend and I, Greg, got the opportunity in December of 1975 to go hear the Allman Brothers Band in concert in Huntsville, Alabama. It happened to be December 12th. And so we got to the concert, got as close to the front as we could. We were about 30 feet from the stage, and center stage, which just happened to be where Richard Betts came out and stood. And boy, you talking about elated. I was elated to be that close to my favorite guitar player, one who's playing captivated me, and get to watch him play. Just amazed by it. Well, come to find out, I didn't know this before the concert, it was his birthday, December 12th, Richard Betts' birthday. And they presented him with a brand new red Les Paul guitar. And I got to see that. Now, I've thought for a long time that was the red guitar Charlie Daniels was speaking of in the song The South's Gonna Do It Again. Richard Betts picking on that red guitar. It was not. Richard Betts already played a red guitar. I don't know what brand it was. Probably a Gibson, but it was what I call a B.B. King style guitar. That was the look of it. And some of you probably already know or can look it up. I don't know what model guitar it was. Good looking guitar. Wasn't the one I saw them give Richard Betts. But I did see them present him with a red Les Paul guitar that Richard Betts picked on. So that part of the song has meaning to me. That part of The South's Gonna Do It Again, to me, has historic meaning. And I like that. On that red guitar, here they come with Jessica. And boy, I was so excited. He's playing this 7-minute, 34-second song that I love, that I've memorized, lick for lick, part for part, as best as I could replicate it, listening to it on the LP, as we did in those days. He got to the solo, the guitar solo, and he did not play the solo the way I'd memorized it. And boy, you talking about a hit in the gut. My goodness. Here's this 18-year-old come to see his guitar hero play his favorite song that he's worked to memorize, and he improvised the solo. And you know what that did? That forever changed me. To this day, as a guitar player, I would far rather improvise a solo or a part of a song than reproduce somebody else's off of an album. That's just me. I love improvisation. I love the ability to be able to create music on the fly while the music's taking place, create music that's never existed before. And Richard Betts taught me that. He taught me that. He didn't know it, but he taught me by that experience that to me at the time was not a fun experience. Wow. Wow, such great music. To this day, I love listening to this music. The sweet melodic and often mellow sound of that lead guitar, and the harmonic lead guitar, the counterpoint, the dueling harmonies or dueling melodies is actually what it should be classified as, I guess. I love it. Such an incredible thing. And I owe a lot to Richard Betts. I was sad to hear of his passing. Very sad. There's one more part of this story that I want to tell, and this is going to trigger me to put this on the playlist that I have called Funny Stories. We were there enjoying that concert. My dad was a pastor, and we were not allowed in those days to go to rock and roll concerts. It was not a part of what we were allowed to do. And so when we left for Huntsville, I told Mom, we're going Christmas shopping, and we did. We went. And we're going to look at guitars, and boy, did we ever do that. So I went to the concert, enjoyed it. The next day, my mom goes to work at the medical clinic where she worked, and a lady came up to her, one of her co-workers, and said, "Did Michael enjoy the Allman Brothers concert last night?" She was standing behind me, a lady who worked with my mom. Be sure your sin will find you out. Boy, was that verse ever brought to life in my life that night. Oh, me. I don't remember what happened. I'm sure I got disciplined some way for it. Hopefully Mom's looking down from heaven and laughing with me about that moment right now. But just wanted to give tribute to Dickey Betts and the influence he has had on my life and the joy that he has been used to bring to my life because of his incredible skill on guitar. Wow. Oh, wow. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for letting me have these experiences. And may you find reason to rejoice in the things God allows you to do in your life. Bless you. Shalom to you.